All right, let's try this again. I filmed a whole awesome video yesterday only to come to the realization that my microphone was dead. So y'all didn't hear a darn thing that I said. And so I am now going to try and replicate that today and hope for the best. I have not been uploading a lot of videos. I feel like I uploaded a decent amount of them over the weekend. I don't remember where exactly I wound up, but I know that I pushed myself ahead a decent amount, which was kind of the pattern that I wanted to maintain, is that I upload content at least five videos every weekend or so and keep myself well ahead of the trend. And I've been able to do that, but like I still, like during the week, I'm like, there's no reason why you can't upload a couple videos during the week too and help to push yourself that much further along. Right now I've got a big video project that I'm editing, which it's been a while since I've had a big editing project, so that's fine. But right now I've got this big video project that I'm editing that I need to push out. And then I've got another episode of Compression Man in the works. It's been technically in the works for a very long time now. My sound guy abandoned ship on me, and so now I need to try and do my own sound work, which I'm not horrendously nervous about. It's just more work, and so obviously if you have to do more work, it feels like the task feels more intimidating now because I have to put more work into it. There's more slides on this billboard than what used to be, and so I missed my billboard again. I did see it yesterday on the video that didn't make any sound, and so one of these days I'll have to like look over these videos, because sometimes I get the camera in such an angle that you all can actually see the billboards. But I've started this pattern now where I find myself a topic to talk about, and about the time I hit the highway, I start talking about that topic. And so like me driving through town is more or less just like the intro. So congratulations if you made it this far, you made it through the intro. I'd like to talk about Savannah Brown for a little while. She has a very unique kind of video style, and it fits the video style of what it seems to be like becoming more and more popular these days, which is kind of the simplified, just like me talking to the camera kind of videos, the Sam Suleks, the Dry Creek Wrangler schools of the world, what I'm hoping to create with my morning commutes. And but hers is unique in that her delivery is extremely poetic, and like to really pinpoint what it is she does is very difficult. And so and like the more I observe that, the more I want that to kind of be the same thing that I can accomplish. Like the idea of doing something on YouTube that isn't easily explainable, you have to watch it to experience it, so to speak. That is the kind of content that I would strive to make. Essentially, like on the surface, I'm just some guy talking to people about whatever's on his mind as he's driving to and from work. But I want it to be one of those things where you really have to experience it to appreciate it. And Savannah Brown's content is very much so that. And like I said, her delivery is very poetic. The things that she talks about are very like high concept, kind of artsy things. And her content is just very, very, it's informative, it's important, it's a lot of things, and it means a lot to me. And the other thing is, like, she does not play by YouTube's rules. She releases a video every several months or so, but like, I don't care. Whenever she drops a video, I'm right there, I'm watching every minute of it, and I'm absorbing it like some sort of liquid candy. and it's really just an excellent experience. She just recently dropped a video March 4th. It's like March 6th as of recording this, I think, or somewhere around there, which I don't like dropping dates because then you guys will see that my video content is usually several months behind. But at any rate, Savannah Brown dropped a new video, watched the mess out of it, and it inspired me this morning to talk to you guys and just go over that. Like I said, I'm trying to find more definitive subjects, topics, and talking points so that it's not just me rambling incessantly for the whole drive. But so she finds these like artistic angles to film her videos at, and I can remember when I saw my first Savannah Brown video, it was like 2 years ago, and it's interesting how many important things in my life popped up in 2022. I'm starting to realize that 2022 was a very impactful year for me, and it's weird that I'm only just now realizing that here in 2024. But so like the biggest thing that I always go back to is Evil Dead the game. Evil Dead the game came out that year, and for whatever reason I gained more friends on that game than I have in a very long time with online gaming, and like all of which I still talk to today. And so it's like, not only is it unusual for me to have made probably 8 to 10 friends on a single game, but to still to this day be talking to them almost 2 years later, like those are two very rare feats. Like making that many friends on a game is rare for me. I don't put myself out there like that anymore. And for them to stick around for 2 years is also pretty dang impressive. And so Evil Dead came out in 22, made a lot of friends, maintained a lot of friends, but that was also the year that I was doing a lot with just like myself and my creative self, and trying to find myself in that realm, if that makes sense. I started doing my daily Instagram uploads summer of 22. I was working the evening shift at the time, and so I would spend all morning working on videos, and like that's when I was doing like the Life is Strange essays and was really trying to find my way there. And then Savannah Brown's videos hit around that same time. I started watching Savannah Brown and I started watching Jack Edwards, and I can remember being like super inspired by her videos, and I would like find weird creative places to record videos. I'd be like laying on the floor or trying to find like cool like artistic poses to make, and that part of it was fun. It helped me explore like the camera work behind the videos, but like I super suffered with the actual content of the videos, and like her content is so solid and her delivery is just impeccable, and I'm sure it takes her a couple of takes, but like to be able to deliver something as well as she does like ever is a feat, so to speak. It's incredible. And so like here I am trying to like find these creative angles to shoot the shots from, trying to find these deep, meaningful topics to talk about, and it all washed up to just being a bunch of hot garbage. And I don't think I released a single video that was part of my Savannah Brown inspired content. Maybe one day if I blow up and the whole world cares to hear what I have to say, maybe then I'll release that kind of stuff so that y'all can laugh at it. But right now, as I'm trying to be taken a little more seriously and I'm trying to gain my footing and get some sort of audience, I don't really want to be known as that kind of person yet. But yeah, it really, like I said, it inspired, but it had a permanent impact on my video making process because I cared more, oddly enough. Like as good as her delivery is, and like her delivery is excellent, that's like 9,000% of why I love watching her videos. But as awesome as that is, like something as subtle as just like the camera angles that she chooses, and like her backgrounds are always very well thought out, and she hardly ever is just like sitting in front of the camera. She's like laying down, or she's in like a position that's like just it's different to watch, and then she filters through them as well. And so it was just like the visuals were, as simple as they were very important. And this is a very deep fog. But so that was probably the biggest thing that I took from her work, is like, no matter how stunning your audio delivery is, once again, hers is like perfect. No matter how stunning your audio delivery is, there is still something to be said about your video delivery. And like, YouTube is an audio-visual platform, and a lot of people put a lot of time and effort into the audio, because the audio really does, it's ironic really, because I feel like it's, people fall in one camp or the other. The audio is where you're delivering most of your information to the audience. Like, I can sit here and talk to you guys all day, but you won't know a darn thing I'm saying if you can't hear me, like yesterday when I recorded an entire video with my mic dead. But the video is also an important part, because if you're not just flipping on this video to listen to me, then I've got to be showing you something that you care to see, which, whether that's me driving to work or not, I don't know if you care to see that, but it is an audio-visual platform. And I feel like in the beginning with YouTube, video was very much so the focus. Like, everybody wanted to put on an incredible video project. And then as YouTube grew, became more of this information station and everything under the sun, like, people started to realize, like, audio is pretty dang important. If my audio is hot garbage and I'm trying to talk to you for 20 minutes about some YouTube growth strategy, I'm not going to be inclined to listen to what you have to say, because the audio is hot garbage and annoying me and bugging me, and I don't like it. And it also just makes you seem less professional and less prepared and less apt to be giving advice. I'm not necessarily giving advice, I'm just giving my opinion and talking to you guys while I'm driving to work. But I still pride myself in having pretty good audio. And like, Savannah Brown's audio is very clean. It's very polished. And like, I don't know how she can do as much talking as she does in a single take. And maybe it's not a single take. Maybe she's just really good at cutting, and that you don't notice that there's multiple takes. But like, I also don't pay attention to her videos in that way, if that makes any sense. There is, especially now that I'm a creator, there's a lot of times where I'm watching a video trying to like scrutinize or see how these people create their own videos, and then make my opinions or judgments from there. And I'm not doing that with hers. With hers, I'm just enthralled with the content. I'm just watching the content, and I'm like, this is good stuff. This is deep stuff. Like, what you have to say is deep and meaningful, and I really like that. And so it's an odd little channel. She has like 500,000 subscribers. I'm sure she's doing perfectly fine for herself. I think she has like a bigger content library on Patreon, because obviously, like, most anybody is gonna pander to the people who are willing to pay for their work than they are the people who just want to see it for free. And so I think she's got a pretty decent following on Patreon, and I think maybe she makes more videos there. She's published a couple novels, she's published a couple poetry books, and so she and I are similar in that regards. And I keep thinking about trying to like reach out and find a way to connect, but like, it's hard because I'm small apples and she's big apples. I have 300 subscribers, she's got 500,000. And so it's like, if I were to try, and I don't even know what I would ask her to do. Like, do you want to read my book? Do you want to do something? Like, that all seems so shallow, especially when you like consider the level of content she creates. It's like, I don't even know, like, would that be helpful? Yes. And like piggybacking off of other people's success is absolutely necessary. But I don't know that I would ever get any form of promotion from her, because it's just, like I said, right now I'm in too small of a place. And so hopefully one day I can grow to a point where I can start asking bigger channels to help me out a bit, but we'll see. I'm still trying to get a hold of the local screenwriter guy, because I wanted to work with him and build a report and then see if he would let me like sponsor a video or something, but he has not gotten back to me, and either he's incredibly busy or he just doesn't care to work with me. I don't know. But it's interesting because like people like him are getting like hundreds of thousands of views, and like that's plenty. Like if I could get like a stern following of like 10,000 people, it's really all I need. They say like the average independent author has a following of about 10,000 people, and I price my books in such a way that I always can make a $5 profit off of them. And so under that pricing methodology, if I had 10,000 fans, that would be 50,000 sales per launch. Obviously, like, you want more fans than 10,000, because not all of your fans are going to buy your book. But if you can get 10,000 dedicated peoples, then I would be in a pretty darn good place. And they say that's about the average for a successful independent author. And like thinking about it, looking at it, that's not that hard of a thing to accomplish. Like here locally, I work in a town of 100,000 people. It's actually like 105,000. So it's like a tenth of this town that I work in could be like my following. And I think I need to work to be more successful in that way, instead of focusing so much on internet fame, because the internet, albeit you have an unlimited supply of audience, you also have an unlimited supply of competition. The amount of authors there are on the internet there's a lot of them, versus the amount of authors there are in this local town that I inhabit. And so just gotta find new and interesting ways to promote to the local market. This billboard has been huge. A lot of people have seen that and thought that that was really cool. I've been advertising the ever-living heck out of my book on Amazon, and I've apparently got like 40,000 impressions for it, and I've paid them like $50, and I haven't got a single sale out of it. So that really feels like a dud. Working to try and get some reviews built up to where hopefully I can start getting reviews and people start paying more attention to the book. But until that day comes, it's like, what do you do? So I don't know. We'll see what happens, I suppose. But just slowly but surely gaining some traction, trying to get known. All these people are going to try and cross, but not at the crosswalk. That's cool. But yeah, it's an exciting time. And like, as much nothing as it feels like I'm doing right now, I also feel like 2024 just might be my year. I'm 2 months into it, and I have dedicated a lot more time and effort into promoting myself than I ever have in the past. And I feel like I understand the promotion a lot more than I ever have in the past. And so hopefully I can start to get to a better place. The other hope is that I can, as my payments for the months start dwindling away, I keep saying that I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to stop doing this and start doing that. as those things start to align themselves, I can then start dedicating more money to, like, I've been doing a weekly ad on Instagram. I should really run a infrequent ad on YouTube as well. Try and get some people up on here, try and get them to see what I've got going on and care about what I've got going on. But our drive is over, and I feel like I'm still in the middle of a conversation. But if you haven't already checked out Savannah Brown's channel, you should. It's good stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoy mine as well.